Hey guys, Dr. Daniel Sugai, board certified dermatologist. Welcome to my channel. I'm a dermatologist here in the Seattle area. I cover Renton and Bellevue, Washington, and I do medical, surgical, cosmetic dermatology. I did my training at Harvard Medical School's combined dermatology program. And so I'm here on social media nearing 2 years. April will be my 2-year anniversary here on YouTube. And I just want to say thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate meeting you guys in person in clinic or even here online. So thank you again. And I'm just going to keep doing these videos because I'm having a great time still, and I hope you guys are enjoying your time here as well. Thank you for your positive comments and appreciating the content on dermatology, medicine, just skincare. So today's video is going to be fun. Let's talk about one of my favorite topics, retinoid creams and serums. But yeah, let's have some fun here. These are like I'll mention some of my tried and true retinoids, but this video, a lot of it will be the stuff I discovered in the past year. Some newer ones that I've really been impressed by. Though I do prefer, prescription retinoids for sure. There are different types of retinoids, and the prescription retinoids would be tretinoin, tazarotene. There's also triferritine and adapalene, 0.3%. I prefer those for myself and for a lot of my patients, especially with acne. They just work, better and faster. But the best retinoid is the one that you can tolerate the best, because retinoids have a lot of magic to them. They're almost too good to be true, but they actually do all these things, but it takes a long time for this magic to happen. It can take 2 to 3 months before your acne gets better. It can take 2 to 4 months before your hyperpigmentation gets better and clearing out your pores. And then for collagen, the fine lines and wrinkles, where it tells your fibroblasts to make more collagen, that can take 4 to 6 months or more. So you gotta be consistent with doing it every other night to nightly. Trying to moisturize afterwards or even before and after to tolerate it, so you can do it all year round. If you're not pregnant, you can use it all year round for sure. Whether it's cold, lots of moisturizer, or if it's summertime, wear your sunscreen during the day. You'll be fine. I know a lot of people ask, do I have to stop my tretinoin in the summertime? No, you don't. You can actually keep it going. People in Hawaii don't stop their retinoids. So just wear your sunscreen and protect that new skin that's coming in. A quick thing about retinoids, it's a myth to say that it causes photo allergies, phototoxic. No, those things you don't see truly, but you do get sensitivity in the sun because you are bringing in new skin. You have this new skin coming in, you're peeling off the old skin and even stratum corneum, that's that dead cornified layer, and you're bringing in new skin. So with that increased cell turnover, you're going to have some sensitivity to the sun, but it does not truly become phototoxic when sunlight hits it. But use it at bedtime. During the day, you can wash it off or just leave it on. And if you want to skip your cleanse during the winter, you can just go ahead and layer your sunscreen right over next morning. Okay, a lot of the retinoids are unstable in sunlight, but there are exceptions to that rule where there are some photostable retinols that are encapsulated, say like CeraVe's Resurfacing serum, retinol serum, that one's encapsulated. And I think Naturium is also photostable as well. So, look at the label. They'll be discreet about it. We'll definitely put down the label that they're photostable and encapsulated. So let's get into my favorite retinols that I have found recently. Let's go with the Inky List. So the Inky List retinol is really cute. You can't say anything more, but this is a cute little, no frills, just tube of retinol that you use every night to every other night after cleansing. You can moisturize afterwards. You can use their nice peptide moisturizer after to seal it all in. I like topical peptides because they help with cell signaling and also increasing collagen production, hopefully in your dermis. And retinol is doing the same. It's trying to tell your skin, make more collagen in the dermis to thicken that up. Used in the PM only, it says. This is a retinol that is a little confusing with the percentages. They throw out like there's 1% of this retinol, but also a 0.5% granactive retinoid. So you might look at it and be like, is it 1.5%? Is it additive? I would say no. You can't just add them up and say this is 1.5% retinol. You have the retinol that looks like their trademark proprietary retinol that's 1%, and as you guys know, I say 0.25% and up for your retinol is what I recommend. They also have another granactive retinoid, which you might see in the Ordinary, which I have some thoughts about that brand's retinol, which I'd have to say, spoiler alert, don't really care for. So I know some of you have asked to review it, but I've been kind of dragging my feet because I don't like talking badly about any brands, but I really, to be honest, not a fan of their retinol serums that are so oily and heavy, but we'll talk about that in another video. This one's just $10 for this little 1 fluid ounce bottle, which is standard. I say little, but it's, you know, the volume is very standard for a retinol on the market. You can find it at Sephora very easily. Although the other month I wanted to buy another one of these and it was all out and sold out, so hopefully it's back in stock. But yeah, it comes out this yellow tinged. You just want a pea-sized amount when you apply it to your face. So it's very lightweight. Break it up into 2, apply it to your face. Because we're trying different retinols, I'm gonna just put a little bit here in this part of my face and my neck here. And then we'll just have to save the rest of the real estate for the other retinols, but it's just really nice how it glides on, and I instantly like this one. By the way, this video is not sponsored in any way. So just be very careful. Like, I am an advanced user of retinoids. I've been using it for a decade now, and you know, if you are starting off, be very careful with the neck, because people get a lot of irritation on their neck when they start off with a retinoid, and sometimes it just gets red and swollen even if you're not getting the retinol directly on it. It just kind of leaks on and dries out your neck, so you might have to moisturize before applying it on your neck. But here, I know I can take it. Don't forget your neck skin, because you have to respect the neck just as much as the face. You can show your age on your neck so much. So, you know, this one is nice. It has hyaluronic acid, it has squalane, which is soothing, also helps with hydration, and it has these peptides in it too. So they don't, I wish they would talk more about the peptides in on the packaging, on the website, because I'd be really interested to see if these are peptide complexes that can really help with rebuilding collagen, you know, different from topical collagen. Topical peptides are really, really interesting because they're showing data that it can help with collagen production. So this one, I'd have to say, big thumbs up. I like this one a lot, and I hope to get another tube of this soon. Inky List, very good brand too. I've liked their cleansers. Salicylic acid cleansers, just on the money there for people with acne. So I've been actually recommending that to my patients with acne in clinic. Retinol, solid. In general, I say for retinol, it's great for anti-aging. It will help with your pores, but to medically treat acne, I don't usually recommend retinol. If you come to see me, I'm not gonna say, hey, take a retinol. I'm gonna prescribe something or talk about adapalene, which I feel is better for acne. It has a stronger affinity for the retinoid receptors in the nucleus that are better for acne. So Inky List, boom. Next, Neutrogena's Retinol Oil. So the retinol oil is awesome. I don't usually care for oils, like I mentioned before, that other brand that has that retinol oil that was pretty thick and heavy. This one is not like that at all. This from Neutrogena, I've talked about it before. Just a quick disclaimer, I have worked with Neutrogena to talk about this product, but this video, they're not related with this video in any way. I just wanted to talk about it and just emphasize that their newer retinol oil, great. And they also disclose on this one their percentage, so 0.3% retinol. Do it at bedtime, a few drops. Oop. And I'm just gonna apply just a small amount, just pat it into the side of my face. And it's not heavy at all. It doesn't make your skin feel like it's gonna get occluded. It's not gonna occlude your pores. It's so lightweight, and you don't feel like that gross, greasy texture to your face. So I have to say that I like this one a lot, and what makes this even more of an appealing product to put in my regimen is that they actually say it's okay to layer the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair Cream that has retinol in it. They don't disclose how much retinol is in this one, only the oil, 0.3%, which in my rule is 0.25% up is what you want to look for, 0.3% in this one. You can put this one over the oil. And when I do that, just put a small amount. It just works so well together. And my skin, when I go to bed, just feels so nice and soft. And the next morning, I'm like, ooh, I put some good stuff on my face. So I give this one a thumbs up. I think I usually say, you know, people ask, can I layer different retinoids? I usually say, heck no, please don't do that. Please don't layer different retinols. Just stick with one. But this one, they say they're meant to be together. If you're an advanced user, try it out. If you're a beginner, definitely don't try that out. Do one or the other. and start slow, not every night, you know, just maybe 1 to 3 times a week to start off with, and then build your way up to every other night to nightly, and then go from there. But you definitely don't want to cause a big breakout or contact dermatitis on your face. But for me, being, like I said, an advanced user, when you combine the two, nice. The oil is a very simple ingredient list. It has bisabolol, which is soothing, has antioxidant properties, vitamin E, and the thing that might trigger some people would be the fragrance. It has a nice light fragrance that doesn't bother me, and it's similar to maybe the fragrance you see in the fragrance version of the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. But you know, either product does not bother me with the fragrance, but for those of you with a known fragrance allergy, you might want to avoid this one. I probably assume that Neutrogena will come out with a non-fragrance version of this, or they already have. Next, let's talk about Maelove's Moonlight. So I said that this video is about retinoids. So retinoids include Retinal, which is the least potent over-the-counter, Retinol, NOL, which we've been talking about. Those other two I've been talking about were retinols. Retinal or Retinaldehyde is stronger than retinol because it's one less conversion step to retinoic acid, so it's more potent. So for those of you who are beginners to the world of retinoids, you might want to try out a Retinal or Retinol first before getting to the bigger boys here. Start thinking about that TikTok audio. You want the bamba. If you want to chill with the big boys, Retinaldehyde is probably a nice upgrade, or you can see me and we can talk about starting you on a low potency topical prescription retinoid. But this is the level right below the prescription big boys. So this one, very cool color. I like the brand. They make a solid vitamin C serum. Their glow maker. This is their Moonlight that had thousands of people on the wait list. It was impossible to get in the beginning. I was able to get my hands on it, and I did a YouTube review on it before. But look at that color. It's so cool. Look at that. It's really neat how they have this packed with antioxidants. Put it in this quadrant of my face. And they were able to make this a nice potency in terms of concentration. Retinaldehyde is extremely unstable in skincare products, so they had to work very hard with the lab in formulating a stable product with an adequate amount of retinaldehyde. And so when you look at retinaldehyde in the studies, it does show in studies that it is better tolerated than retinoic acid or tretinoin, and still being efficacious for working on like whiteheads and blackheads. So it does have comedolatic properties, and it does help with photo aging as well. So you can actually look up these studies that show retinaldehyde from 0.05% to 0.1% being very effective for those reasons. Retinaldehyde is not a new thing either. It's been around since the 1990s, and many countries have used it. But we just don't see it very often, like retinols, because of the instability problem. So this is just a very special product, and I can see why it's so popular, and the wait list was so crazy long. So this has niacinamide, which is a vitamin B3. It has anti-inflammatory properties, helps bring down redness, but also helps regulate sebum production, also brightens the skin and works very well with your retinoid. And then on top of that, you got other goodies. You got aloe, which is soothing, packed with antioxidants, has bisabolol, which is also packed with antioxidants. It has squalane, which is very hydrating. Also has other hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, gluconolactone, all great things to have in as supporting actors to your main player, retinaldehyde here. In addition to squalane, also has ceramide in this to help restore your skin barrier, because when you get irritation from your retinoid, you are most likely having an impaired skin barrier. So you want to respect that skin barrier as much as possible with your retinoids, and follow up with a moisturizer when you use these. So big thumbs up here. Good job, Maelove, on the Moonlight serum. Let's talk about a cool product. Let's talk about some capsules now. So Rock, I've talked about on the channel quite a bit. Their Retinol Correction Line Smoothing Night Serum capsules are really cool. I travel with these quite a bit. I've went through a whole bottle of it, and now I'm going to open up a brand new one here. See how portable they are? Nice hearty bottle that you just get all these capsules out. They're all biodegradable, one-time use capsules. You just twist off the top and it gives you a nice dose for your face, and you can even put a little extra on your neck. But the thing is about, you know, when I talked about Olay Retinol 24, one of my favorite over-the-counter retinols, is that it's a jar, and people did mention, yeah, that's one, gross to put your finger in there, but you should have clean fingers. So to me, it's not a big problem. But every time you open up the jar, you're letting oxygen in, and you can decrease the potency of your product. Yes, that is a possibility for sure over time, especially that will maybe affect the potency. This one is, the retinol is preserved, one-time use, great for traveling, like I said. Easy to just twist the top off in your hotel room. You don't have to worry about it spilling in your luggage and breaking open. And then look at that. It has soybean oil, so it kind of has like that little bit of an oily texture. Get some on this side of my forehead. So glides on so nicely. All of these products have no sting on my skin whatsoever. In addition to the retinol, you have ceramide in this, and it's fragrance free. So if you guys don't want to deal with the fragrance from the retinol oil by Neutrogena, this is definitely a great product to consider. It is heavier because it is like has that soybean oil, but this is actually really nice in the wintertime when you don't mind having that thicker, oilier texture. So great when you're traveling to someplace cold. So I am going to keep using that one. Those capsules are awesome. So I just thought that was a cool product to mention on this video, one that I have discovered in the last year. So what did we go over? So far we went over the capsules, Maelove, Retinal, the Neutrogena oil, and then the and then we did the Inky List Retinol. That's right. So let's talk about the last one is Paulas Choice. They're 1% retinol. I know there's another retinol out there, but I only got my hands on the 1% retinol treatment, and they disclose it, obviously, 1%, so on the stronger side. And it has peptides, which we talked about. Peptides are really nice in cell signaling, increasing collagen production. It also has an oil-soluble vitamin C form in this as well, which is quite stable, whereas ascorbic acid is quite active but unstable. This one has a stable form of it, so nice to have extra goodies in this. This is a higher price point than this for sure. You know, both can be found at your local Sephora, say, but this one being $10, this one being over $50. But I love that it has the goodies, the vitamin C to help block free radical damage, and free radical damage from sunlight, pollution, tobacco smoke. All those things can really take a toll on your skin, increase collagen degradation, leading to saggy skin, wrinkling over time. This one having the vitamin C to battle that, plus peptides, I think just awesome to have that in your retinol if you're able to tolerate it. Wow, they say this is a quadruple peptide blend, but also it has, which I'm a fan of, I like willow bark extract in being having some exfoliative properties similar to salicylic acid, so it helps clean out your pores and exfoliate the skin. Can't forget the licorice root extract in this as well, similar to CeraVe Resurfacing Retinol Serum. Having that, it's really great in brightening your skin, lightening those dark spots. And then also oat extract to help soothe your skin so you don't get that irritation from your retinol as readily. Let's give the back of the right hand here some love. So let's put some of this on. Can do better than that, come on. Glides on really nicely. No sting at all when I apply this on my face. Maybe I'll put some on my nose. Don't forget your nose when you do that pea-sized amount, especially with the mask use. You got to keep that nose, the pores in the nose clear as much as possible. Feels great, looks great, I feel great in the morning the next day. So those are my top 5 retinols of the year or the past year, especially being on social media. I'm exposed to a lot more products now than I would have if I was just in private practice without being on social media and not connecting with these great brands. So I think it's great that I am involved in social media, because one, I get to see what my patients, I can totally understand my patients' problems more readily because I know what they're getting exposed to online and what they're buying. and when they mention a product, like, oh yeah, I've tried that one. Yeah, I don't really care for that one. Or yeah, I actually really like that one. And if you do use that one, maybe try this out. So I do like that, you know, how social media has really helped my practice. Me being a clinician, it has really helped me in becoming a better clinician, even, interestingly. Got back from LA a few weeks ago, got to film with Emma Chamberlain, with Dr. Shaw and Dr. Kikam and CeraVe. It was great. I got my own trailer. I had such a good time. I'll be talking more about retinoids for sure, and maybe just do a video on my tried and true products still. Like, I'll put all this together and be like, hey, maybe let's talk about just the best, the goats of over-the-counter retinoids, all right? So stay tuned for that one. Thank you guys for your support. Please like the video. Please hit the subscribe button. And I will see you for the next video. Peace.